entering the arena are two men, Enes Kanter and Royce White. Enes Kanter had about an 11-year NBA career. Royce White had a very, very short NBA career, but he's still a very large man and a former professional basketball player. Kanter, for example, is 6'10", weighs 250 pounds. He made over $100 million in the NBA. And Jen, tell us what Enes Kanter and Royce White have done.
They have declared themselves women, because the transgender ideology is that your trans identity. I mean, and we've talked about this on this show before in many ways, that the whole trans ideology is that you're trans if you say you are, and you can say you are for any reason you want. And so when
you
people
can change
talk
your
about
mind the next day.
Yeah, and when people talk about the confused teenagers and try to hide behind the confused teenagers and say you're not being compassionate if you're against trans people, they don't understand that label, a man can pin that label on himself for any reason he wants. And we already know that there are men who are predatory men who have called themselves women so they can be housed in women's prisons. Okay, that's how bad this thing has gotten. And so these two basketball players are, in fact, in my opinion, they appear to me to be honorable men trying to do a public service by calling attention to the absurdity here. You know, if this is really a self-identification, and in federal law, you know, that's how it's been treated, right? It's been treated as a self-ID. The psychological profession is on record saying that it's self-identification. That's what it is. You cannot build a legal system around a protected class that you can define yourself into, okay?
Yes.
That cannot be made to work.